Are we back? I think we are. Uh. Okay, I think. Yeah, that is true. Like, delay isn't that crazy in this game, but I still want to be able to like properly react to what you're saying and talk to you and all that. And I don't like that after what you type something, you have to wait an entire minute for me to even see your message. I feel like that's not very nice to spend time in the stream if that's the case. But now it should be on time, I hope. Am I capturing everything? Yep, looks like it. I hope it works better. We will see. It shouldn't be delayed already, but also my map works now, that's great. That is fantastic. But I think, yeah, it should be better paced now. So, as long as you notice that I'm reacting to your messages like in a decent pace, maybe like 10 seconds after, it should be good. Yo, what's up, Sushi Man? Good to see you here. Alright. Let's go kill some druids. Because nobody likes druids. Let's get the health pots ready. Yeah, but while watching on my phone, that's how I even caught up to the delay in the first place. I can now see it's much more synced up, and I hope it stays that way. I think just every time the game lagged or the replay lagged, it just got a little bit worse, just stacking up over time. Until eventually it was just impossible for me to talk to you guys properly.
Dream in red.
Yeah, let's kill these guys. Starting with, of course, the druids down here. The only ones that are really scary down here are the ones that can cast Moonbeam. It's only one though. And if I'm not mistaken, it's this one. The one that looks exactly like Anti-Ether. Oh, it should be well, yep. I hope so. And I also hope all stays well.
If everyone else minds their business.
And now we can just use health potions to buff ourselves up and initiate combat.
You're violent.
So this guy is a bear shapeshifter. This guy is an archer. This guy does nothing. This is the moonbeam guy, that's why we kill her first. This is also a bear shapeshifter, and this one casts heat metal. Only problem being I don't have any actions left. Let's hope we don't get cooked here. Yeah, okay, that's a bit annoying.
Incoming.
Again, the only one we're really scared of is the one that's already damaged. Because she can and will cast Moonbeam on us. But not if she shapeshifts. Nice. She's basically just a miniature cargo. That gives us time to set up, which is nice. Let's make sure we grab this one. Keeping her in wolf form is actually very nice.
I'm coming for you.
Allows us to do some more stuff. Damn, he got killed while in rush. That's pretty devastating. Also, why are they entering the Spirit Guardians? Are they stupid? BG3 is the only kind of game like this I play. I'm not like... when I started playing this game, it was the last game I was expecting to play for a long time, honestly. I am not at all a CRPG gamer. I play RPGs, yes, but not this kind. Before I've played Baldur's Gate for this absurd amount of time, I've mostly been playing Elden Ring. Some of you might know that game as well, it's pretty popular. And I've actually been pretty good at this because I tend to spend a lot of time in the games I play. So that was the main part I played. But then I just got hooked on Baldur's Gate. But like crazy hooked. I mean, I have many 1,000 hours in this game by now. Yeah, these guys. I do not like being so close to other bears. Even though Spirit Guardians obviously gives us great value through that, but... no, I haven't played any of the Dragon Age games. I heard they're good, but I just haven't dabbled in them. Let's get out of here. I mean, this guy is prone, so we only take one op attack. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. We do want to make sure we get some... I mean, this guy is an elf, so sleep doesn't do much. Let's just go. Do I have a water bottle maybe? Or any source of water? I do. See, this is how you usually use water bottles in this game. One of my favorite things about my Paladin build was that I used water bottles so creatively. Because usually you just use water bottles for lightning or cold damage, but using them for fire damage I thought was so cool. Get nuked. Okay, I think my phone is not showing me the chat again. I have to figure that out after the combat. So I'm seeing in my OBS how people write messages, but then I see my phone and it's just not there. Very annoying indeed. Okay, it's synced up again. Who is even left? This woman can cast heat metal, even though she hasn't done it yet. So let's make sure we kill her. This should be enough. Dude, somehow I just land the worst damage rolls on that spell always. Let's just... I really like this double cast feature. It's very strong. Ah. Apparently I can't hit that guy. But she is dead now. What do you mean by that? Which build are you talking about? I didn't even drink an elixir. I've just noticed. Nice. I like how I just spent the entire fight against Korga getting the amulet that buffs my weapon, and now I'm doing the entire fight disarmed. Truly an awesome move. That's how you play Baldur's Gate, by the way. Expert gameplay only here. Oh, you mean like explaining what kind of build I'm going for? Or just in general? Because like if you want me to explain the exact build I'm going for, I cannot help you. I do not know myself. I have a general idea, but most of the stuff I'm just gonna figure out on the fly. guess I should equip my... Now, the first one to answer this question will have full decision right. Do we kill the tieflings or not? It's all about speed. I don't care either way, but you get to decide whether we kill all of them or not. What? How dare you restrict me? I guess I did. But what do you mean? What do you mean by not yet? Just to specify here. Do you mean I have to wait a long rest and then kill them, or? Gotta give me the specifics. Yeah, he does, but I don't care. Well, if by ranged you mean just general spell casting and AoE, this build obviously has access to spells like Cloud Kill, so generally it's awesome for that. But generally, I will probably go more the melee route and then just have melee spells and melee damage from weapons. Ooh, I guess I could use the Life Drinker sword. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna do that. The Life Drinker is the sword you can buy from Damon that deals 10 extra necrotic damage on a crit. What we can do, however, is tell Zevlor we killed Kogger, because he likes that.
I have something to ask.
I'm told the druids have stopped then. Truly? It's sparse thanks for what you've done. You've bought. It's no small thing to ask.
And I mean, he directly asked us to kill someone else, which is all we really care about. So I cannot complain. Yeah, Abdurak's mace is one thing I want to get as well, but if I get that, the goblins will aggro, so I want to be prepped for that. Which means I would probably long rest before I do that, and then go for it. And I'm doing pretty okay on camp supplies still, so I can afford to long rest.
We'll be clearing. No point in lingering now. I've got the noble stock.
I want this. You can have this. This. This and this. Anything else I want from you? Ooh, arsonist oil. If only someone made a build with this. Let's just long rest and then grab the mace from Abdurak and start killing some goblins. I guess if we don't kill the tieflings, we don't get the cool Minthara dialogue though.
Tonight you wonder what she looked new as you jolt away when the...
I followed you, my dear. Go.
Hello, goblin.
I found... I cannot wait until... Beach.
I feel like of all the appearances they could have given Baal, why a gnome? He looks so unintimidating. How long am I gonna stream? At least for another 3 hours, I would say. I would have to go grab something to eat midway through, but I want to make some decent progress today. Also, I forgot to equip the Shade Spell Circlet. Whoops. Went through all the effort to get it, and now I didn't equip it. let's get 8. Well, even though I've just asked you guys whether to kill the tieflings, Sonia made a very good point. I do need the Act 2 gear from Damon. Not the Act 3 gear, I don't care about that. But in Act 2 he does sell the Life Drinker sword, which is very on theme with this run. Because it has the perk that gives you 10 temporary hit points and 10 deals extra 10 necrotic damage on each critical hit. And I've never used that sword, so it's a great opportunity to use it. However, I can kill Last Light. I don't mind that. It's just that the Act 2 items are very nice. I would also like some invis potions at some point. Having a surprise round is always very nice. But for now, let's go to the Goblin camp. Just medium armor. Sadly, no heavy armor for us. Oh, you guys want me to knock out Minthara, not kill her. Usually I just kill her, but I guess I can just knock her out, yeah. But yeah, sadly Death Cleric can only use medium armor. Or else I would be using the adamantine splint armor. Let's wait for this guy to get low and then we attack. I guess to be safe, we can do this. Yeah, the lag is pretty bad, I'd have to admit. Oh, now she just runs away? Really?
Been caught breaking the rule. Regression has.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I hate this guy. And now when I go here, all of the other ones might aggress. So we have to make sure this guy dies. He's very annoying to deal with. How do we deal the most damage to him? First of all,
We're being arrested for a.
yeah. We're gonna have neither bonus action nor action. This is annoying. But I can't afford to let him run away. Well, actually, we do have a bonus action. Yeah, he always runs away. He's extremely annoying to deal with. And I do not have haste. in any capacity, so all I really have is the bonus action. My only hope is that he just stays here for the entire fight, because then I can just focus on killing the goblins first and have a much easier time with them. But he looks like he's not moving anywhere, so that's at least a bonus. So now we have all the time in the world to simply focus on killing the goblins first, which shouldn't be too hard. We have this guy safe, so we don't take extra damage from them, and we also have access to a bunch of AoE. Actually, I guess I use my level 3 spell slots, but we will make this work. The main issue here is just if you let him run off normally, he just disappears. He's one of those NPCs that just runs to a certain point and then pops out of existence, never to be seen again. So it is extremely important to make sure that he does not run away, because once he runs away, he's gone forever. Especially now that the goblins are permanently aggressive because the war drum has been played. You have to be really careful and make sure that he does not run. Honestly, the easiest way to deal with him is to kill the goblins first, and then have okay, I did. And then kill him when he's about to leave. That's for sure the easiest way. Where's this guy going? What? Okay, first of all, let's buff ourselves with poison.
Worship me. The prophet.
And now we do this. It's a bit scuffed, but it will make do for the first part of this fight. I think we also have yeah, we have one smoke powder bomb in our back pocket, just in case. Having a spirit guardians here would be pretty nice though. I can't lie. I wish I kept my level 3 spell slots. I think I might have forgotten. Yeah, I might have forgotten to restore my spell slot with the amulet. What a rookie mistake. However, this is a massive bomb. Oh, I did that? Oh, I guess I just used... What did I use my third spell slot on then? I used one for Glyph of Warding and one for 8, obviously. That is a... Oh, nice! Now he's in combat. That's perfect. That is perfect. He is quite annoying though, but with the spawn chill, but... yeah, every single enemy can use detect hidden presence. There's not a single one in this game that can't do that. Same as restore hit points. Those are just generally for every enemy. And now look at this. Look at this beauty. We've used the bomb to explode them, and now... Boom! Oh, this is nice! Very nice! Very good. I like this. Though, in all fairness, it didn't do that much. It just killed that one guy, but it looked pretty cool. And that's pretty dangerous. I didn't even know you could cast out person. That is a big danger. But I have corpse explosion. Boom. Get exploded. Yes, they do. Granted, both have like separate saves, obviously. So if they succeed one, they don't. Yeah, deck save. It doesn't say if the. I think the deck save prevents the entire damage, which is obviously bad. And there we have it. Loviata's Scourge. I mean, this is pretty nice since we're spamming healing potions anyway for Korga's Amulet. This just adds to that perfectly. The only downside is that it doesn't have weapon enchantment. Like at all. Also, let's check if I used the amulet. No, I didn't. Okay. I was about to say, like, I have a functioning memory. But yeah, so far I'm very happy with the new cantrips. They both seem pretty strong. Yeah, let's just jump up to this guy and trigger the others. Let's see what this bad boy can do. Yeah, and the one damage reduction does quite a lot for us here. But we did not, we aren't shapeshifted any. Yeah, they're gonna deal extra damage. That's fine though, doesn't do that much. I don't like that this guy is so close to me. But honestly, I don't care. Let's kill this guy.
Use
Ah,
your
come
lethal
on.
potential.
Don't crit miss. Oh, I guess miss. Yeah, but this is nice synergy. I get the... obviously I damage myself slightly, but I also heal a lot of stuff because I need to buff myself anyway. So very nice synergy in general. Let's go here. You mean where the extra damage is coming from? Goblins have a passive that allows them to once per combat add a 1d6 damage dice to their hit. But that damage only works against anyone who's larger than them. So if I reduce myself, for example by shapeshifting into a halfling, that damage doesn't apply to me anymore. That's why I'm shapeshifting before fighting goblins usually. But it really does not matter that much. Also, I really need to figure out my potion situation here. I would like some healing. I guess there's some in here, but still. Any buffs I need to... I guess I can also do that in combat. Getting the surprise round here is important so the bear can do his cutscene in peace. Let's kill this guy. Nice.
Need to find a way forward.
And get closer to this guy. Don't disarm me, the goblin. Take that. Yeah, true. I want to be able to freely kill all the children in this game, because the goblin ones are for sure not the most annoying ones. Nice job, Hudson. When doing this fight, it's actually pretty helpful to deal damage to Hudson early, because Hudson in his human form is way stronger. So if you do this fight and you struggle with your own damage, make sure you damage Hudson so he pops out. Just make sure he doesn't die, obviously, but it's not too difficult.
Pardon the viscera. One should cherish all of nature's bounty, but either way, I owe thanks. I am the druid. Well, consider me introduced, and consider me. I am aware. How is this possible? That must be where these enchantments are. If you want to find a cure, I wish. I cannot allow these butchers to threaten my grove. The natural order must. They are the ones holding these parasites together. Remove them, and nature will cure itself. You drow relish turning on your own if there's something to be gained. Don't pretend otherwise. So be it.
Oh, that's not the option I wanted to choose. Stay here. I don't want him. Alright, now Minthara is probably the scariest fight in this entire place, if I'm being honest. Which is why, for her, I would like... Yeah, but if I go outside right now, I get mauled by a horde of goblins, so I can't grab the meat just yet. Oh. But I will obviously do that. Wait, there's meat there too? I thought only the dwarf outside hit you.
We'll be clearing out. No point in lingering now I've got the noble stock.
Give me some healing. And invis. Oh, can't afford that. I guess you never stop learning. I didn't know that. This is useless. No, I can buy this. Alright, let's long rest and then attack him in Thara. I would like haste potions as well. You know what? I'm not gonna long rest yet. Actually, it's tough. No, I'm gonna... Wait, I should have all the stuff on me, right? Yeah, I just need swords. Okay, so I just buy swords. It's easy. I was about to go kill the Noids before her, but... Yeah, I thought, like, I'm not above that, obviously. I do like, exploit traders in my usual runs too. But I thought doing a playthrough where, like, I just buy stuff, it's a bit more down to earth, I guess. Just, especially if I just stream a casual playthrough, it's
Will be no point in
much
lingering
simpler
now
that
I've
way.
got the noble stock.
Okay, which of these gives me swords? I think these. Where are they? These. Yep. I don't have money. I never have money. Don't need to see. Oh, I should free Volo as well. I forgot. Alright, let me craft a potion of speed. And now... Ooh. The goblins will probably aggress me if I go there now. So I should probably have to clear the courtyard first. Which means I still have to long rest. No matter how I view it.
Let's see what this does.
The boots are the boots of speed. They just give you the dash. I'm usually not a loot goblin, no. I don't care too much to look into every chest. But I roughly know where the most gold is, so I don't have to look too much. Hopefully. Let's get this. And go... Oh, I should... No, that's fine.
That's that then.
Oh right, these guys don't even aggress. I am smart. But these guys will. And I don't have any invis aside from this one, which I do want to keep for...
Sight, out of mind.
Okay. That's one way to enter this fight. Yeah. We are invising for sure. Not very smart. I thought if I hit, they might not see me, but they did. Yeah, I should have done still net outpost. You are right.
Better than nothing.
Anything here? No. Let's restore the space slot. Yeah, without Invis it's a bit tougher to surprise Minthi. And I do want the surprise on for sure. But let's just kill these guys first. I think that's a good start.
Can't risk being in open view.
And by these guys I of course mean the
To keep going.
ones before the fights. Because I don't want these to join either of the fights. Neither Doraxlin or... No, I'm gonna save that arrow. And I forgot to change my amulet. Nice. Let's prep properly.
Have to keep going. Best be on my way.
Now who do we fight first? Probably... Minthara. But it doesn't really matter anyway. Oh wait, I do have Invis. It's just a bit worse. But it should suffice for at least a surprise on these goblins. My main issue, obviously, as per usual, is Minthara's whole person. Minthara's whole person is devastating. And has ended and will probably still end many, many runs of mine. It's by far the most scary part about her, and getting hold person is brutal. However, she is way back here. So, getting the Spirit Guardians on these guys when they're all grouped up and... But, oh. Problem being, this is also a concentration, for some reason. So... not great.
Can't slow down.
Nice. Saving the scene here is important. And now we just... Oh, I should probably... Huge. And... then we go ahead and... Dude, this guy didn't take any damage, holy shit. But these guys took quite the beating. No, well, yeah, I have proficiency in wisdom saves already. That's not my issue. My saves are not bad at all. But my issue, also, you know, I have high wisdom. So I have +7 to wisdom saving throws, but I know from experience that at the end of the day, this game is a game of pure luck. And I know for a fact I will get outpersoned. if I'm not careful. That's why I'm being so careful here. Let's see if we can... Oh yeah, we can reach her. Huge. Let's make sure she doesn't have line of sight on us, because she will get the turn in a minute. First, my PC has to collect itself. Come on, don't do this to me. Thank you very much. Okay, now that she is concentrating on Bless, she's much less likely to cast Hold Person on us. That is just how Baldur's Gate AI works. They hate to waste resources. So I should be safe just standing here. And by should I mean probably not by mistake gonna do it. Now this guy is just killable with Spirit Guardians. Very simple, very easy. And I do want to use my insane action way right now to get closer to her. And I'm even gonna throw down this one haste pot I have to make sure I can clear the distance towards her. And then hopefully using... Oh boy, this is not very high. I was hoping for a bit more, and this is probably not gonna be... Yeah, that's basically non-existent. However, one crit of this could... And I'm sorry... Actually, this might not kill her. But for all of those, if it does kill her, for all of those who like her... Actually no, this would deal 15 damage exact. So she's good. But knocking her out is gonna be very hard, having absolutely no strength. Do I have a strength elixir? I do not think I do, and she has crazy saves on that. Yeah, I can't afford to attack her with a melee attack with this bad of odds. I sadly... I do have to end her here.
Another parasite. Collect it. It might be useful.
To all of those who like her, I am very sorry. Not really, but I'm pretending to be.
Let's move.
Give me her boots. And all this can go to camp. Now these boots are great, because they make it so you don't die immediately when you're fighting near cliffs. Let's also dye them properly. Yeah, I don't think I'm a very great liar. I think I've made it very clear that I do not care about characters dying in this game. I'm a bit apathetic in that regard. Because it's a game. I don't care who dies and who doesn't. Let's go to camp and refresh again.
Time to press ahead.
Scourge is already ready.
Dog pants through a ball held firmly
That's
in
nice.
his mouth.
Alright, I don't have any strength. Whoops. Yeah, thanks for hanging out for so long. And see you around on my videos or on my streams.
His eyes track the ball avidly. His
Yeah, the
shuffle
long resting
scratches
part is
tiny
annoying.
moles.
But I mean, the alternative would be to just play so resource efficient that it just becomes a slog to play. So you either save your resources and do this properly, or just have a very boring playthrough. Yeah. Do I have anything in my camp chest to sell? What if I sell all of this? I wonder if I can get enough for an invis potion. Because I do want... Because some of you may have been around earlier. Earlier I bought one Scroll of Fear from Roa Moonglow. And I've bought that scroll specifically for the Draw Excellent fight. Because making him drop his weapon immediately is an insanely valuable advantage. Also, did I ever talk to the
Seems like a good
mushroom guy?
Will be no point
don't know
in
if I did.
lingering now I've got the noble stock.
Okay, hopefully this is enough. Oh yeah, plenty. Even enough to fund an elixir, and I can just buy some potions.
Have I got everything?
Since we're mainly using cantrips for range, we can ditch Titan String and then still go for strength, just in case.
Here we go.
Oh,
It's not every day one meets such a cavalier.
I can never tell if I like or hate Raphael.
There. It might.
Like, he is annoying for the most part, but he's also pretty cool.
And when?
I really can't decide if I don't like or like him. I guess I can just flip a coin, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like, this game is so full of awesome characters. In my humble opinion.
I don't need any attention right now. Never wanted the easy path. No time for mercy.
once again forgot to buff myself with 8. I now regret not buffing myself with 8. Whatever, I can just trade with her. Doesn't matter. Let's see who has more HP to spare. Aha! Apparently I do.
On my way.
On a good way to level 6 as well. Alright now. We did get the invis, right? Yeah. Okay, so the plan is pretty simple. We go in, we start the fight with fear, and then we see from there. If we get owned, we get owned. If we don't, we don't. Yeah. Pretty standard stuff.
That's a friendly looking shadow.
Though I can summon Scratch just in case.
Time for bitter business the light would fear to shine on. Breathe deep and move. Walk in death. Don't want to draw any attention.
Very nice. That is fantastic.
Bet that will fit in my pack.
That is fantastic. And as a general tip for all of you guys, if you ever start a fight with a spell like Fear or Create Water or any of those, honestly any spell that just is based on a save or nothing at all, make sure you're not on turn-based mode when starting the fight so you don't lose your action. That's a pretty neat tip. I like these odds. I don't like these odds anymore. I should have used Spirit Guardians for sure. It's my mistake entirely. But I wanted to see the big crit. I was getting greedy. He is still fearful though, so... But if I do this, he's not, I guess.
Very well.
No, he cannot actually... Nice delay. And... reason why I'm so careful with the Sanctuary is because this guy has a hold person scroll, which is very dangerous. Actually, this guy has two extremely dangerous items. He also has a Void Bulb, which is the one that pulls you into the center. So he has two majorly dangerous items, because the Void Bulb is obviously dangerous if you're up here on the higher up beams. Okay. Well, if I'm being honest, I kinda messed up this first part of the fight. But we can work with this still. First of all, let's make sure this guy dies. This guy will probably hex us, but he hexes for strength, which is huge. Because obviously strength's our highest stat, but what really would have mattered is wisdom, and he did not do that. Alright, I should have picked up all the weapons. That is my mistake. Next up, this guy.
You've made a grave mistake.
Nice. We are not in melee range for him. Now, what is our hit chance on the guy? Do we take that? It's a bit too early for that. But what do we do instead is the question. Only a 55 on the drop, that's not ideal. And we can use this. Because this will also give him disadvantage at hitting us, which is huge. Because if he does hit us, we will have some issues. And I do not like having some issues, so better for him to not hit us. Nice, he even wastes one on the two on the throw. Nice, perfect, perfect. Yeah, very useful repulsor, dude. Awesome place. Truly a master of his craft. And now I might even be willing to risk this. Perfect. Look at that chunk. Nice. Okay. Honestly, not much we can do here. However, using one spell slot for Shield of Faith, surely not a bad idea. Let's get closer to the Warlock. He's for sure the main issue still remaining here. Yeah, but inflict wounds on a crit plus this nice feature, for sure a nice way to deal some high damage. Let's make sure we pop his armor of Agathis first. And then we initiate with melee. Eat shit. Oh, nice.
There's a parasite in
I
the
really like
pulse,
the animation for
brimming
this
with
cantrip.
potent magic.
Looks so sick. It's very, very nice. Also, true, these tags all look white, which is weird. Nice, some more gold. And some camp supplies. Yeah, 6 domain spore druid. It's not a bad idea in general. I personally think 9 cleric, 3 druid is better just because you get contagion and cloud kill. But yeah, for sure. Any combination of the two will be pretty strong. Also, give me a second, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I think I looted most of them. Well, I guess I didn't do these ones.
What's in here?
I'm gonna be entirely honest, usually I'm not that loot oriented just because I trader glitch most stuff. So I'm not that used to collecting all this stuff. Whoa, that's mighty close to the chasm. Holy fucking shit. Please don't do that again. Alright. And we didn't even need to use Scratch.
Still alive. So
Thank you, I really appreciate that.
breathe deep and move.
It also helps me a lot just working on my English in general, so I don't mind doing it at all. And honestly, the more I'm doing this YouTube stuff, the more I'm really enjoying it. I've started this as like just like a, I don't know what I even thought when I started it, but now it's actually incredibly fun. Just create something for the purpose of showing it to others.
Can't even catch my breath. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
No, they killed Scratch. How dare they? Cancel them. Get them on Twitter. Yeah, after this I'm gonna do one last long rest, just to also be able to clear the part outside of the goblin camp, like the one with all the smaller goblins and the ogre. And I think for that I'm just gonna use Spirit Guardians, even though that's kinda risky, but I'm sure we can make it work. And with that I'm probably done with the goblin camp.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Went pretty well, to be honest. No Minthara incident, no Dwarexel incident. Very, very nice. Let's make sure we also free Volo, so we don't lose that. Oh wait, she walked outside, right? Where is she? Oh, there.
Something good here, I hope.
Give me that key.
Over here. We mustn't carry, but
Alright, let's go ahead and long rest.
ah, my good. I was just settling in. What the druid Halson here? That can't be.
Yeah, I might be guilty of that.
Tell me, that's quite impossible. You'd have
It is a very fun spell to use, if I'm being honest. It's not all that strong, because the save kinda ruins it, but it is quite funny to use. Oh yeah, we have supplies for days. And we are once again out of elixirs to use. I would like Bloodlust, so let's see if we can get that. Though it's not that common to get from this.
I need a quick word.
We'll be clearing. No point in lingering now I've got the noble stock.
Okay, no bloodlust. I guess this will do. Anything else? Another invis is always nice. I can also say this. Ooh, I could also just cheese this entire thing with Deathstalker Mantle. This mantle, honestly, I know it's like infamous for being extremely cheesy, but I hate using this mantle. It is incredibly annoying that combat keeps breaking, and I just don't like using it at all. Let's make sure. Okay, we have decently high initiative. Let's cast 8 as well. Give me that. The circlet is the Shade spell circlet. Gives you +1 bonus to spell safety C when you're obscured. You get it on a from this guy. All the way up here, the Mind Flayer. If you manage to open his shop, it's right there.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together.
Let's go with this one as well. And for once in this entire playthrough, I'm also gonna remember to buff myself. I know, crazy, right? This part stays for the spell attack rods. That's why it's so good. Oh, that was satisfying. Holy shit. I like that. I would like the other, like this part to join as well. But usually someone has to be healed for that to happen. Huge. Let's jump up here. Please. Let me jump. Ah. We're not. You know what? Fine. Let this guy come to me. Actually, no. He will crush me with his spears. Ah, whatever. It's not gonna be that much damage. Okay, this should trigger the other ones as well. Yep. I mean, they are all turn delayed, so I can take my time to go back here. You know, I should have probably reduced my size somehow. Nice. this side looks very juicy for Spirit Guardians. Thank you, thank you. Have a good night. Have a good night. Let's jump up here. Oh, crit miss. I will multi-class for sure, but still mainly Cleric to stay true to the nature of the build. Probably like around 9 levels into Cleric, and then some other levels into Druid and stuff. That was very satisfying, not gonna lie. But I'm not sure how I'm gonna design this series on my actual YouTube. I don't think I'm gonna upload the acts as like actual videos, but I will for sure do like a final build video of this. But that all just depends on how happy I'm with the end result of this build. I tend to be too perfectionistic for my own good and just delete entire runs I've played. Which, you know, isn't great from a YouTube perspective, but I don't want to upload stuff I'm not happy with. Okay, now this meat I know about. It's just free healing. And with all the goblins dead, we can also just go to Act 2 now. Let's make sure to get out of this. We need some camp supplies. Also, with the trader, he's gonna have some good stuff as well. And guess we can also get the ring. I'm just gonna ignore the goblins up there. Don't care too much about them. Where to next? Let's go.
I took a collection. It's excellent.
Oh. That was not on purpose. Whatever. We get a free long rest.
Buzz of celebrate. You've picked up a few. You sleep alone.
I trust you enjoyed it, the journey specifically. To any who linger are you long. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. I've long sought to May Sylvan.
Alright. Now the question is, what do we do next? Obviously we could do the Duergar and Nia. That would be a pretty decent option. But there's plenty of other stuff we can also do. So I'm gonna have to think about this one. Also, how am I so heavy? This is insane. What is making me so heavy? Oh wow, what's in here? Oh, makes sense. Makes sense. Let's go to the Emerald Grove and clean up Aaron for some money. We could also do the...
So it's true.
I'm also gonna talk to the Githyanki Patrol.
course. May you keep balance.
Okay, now we can just live test how this really works.
It'll take a while for... Of course.
Let's get all of this in there, plus the money,
May you keep...
and then bonk the guy. Nah. I mean, our headshots isn't the greatest, but it's fine. It's so pitiful damage. Let's just go with this one. Yeah, okay, so they really just do not want anyone to have fun anymore. That's crazy.
Need to find a way forward.
this guy we're gonna kill at last light. Let's get those camp supplies down here. And the free elixir. I think for the Duergar we're just gonna side with Ada Britva. Because if there's anything even close to my favorite NPC in the game, it's Ada Britva. I like him. Yeah, they fixed everything. It's very annoying. Very, very annoying. But I'm sure there's gonna be new tricks. There always have been. Let's go buy explosives first. So we can actually bomb near free. Yeah, I've never used Pack Bound.
Will be no point in lingering now I've got the noble stock.
Give me your explosives. Thank you very much. Oh, nice. Bloodlust. And Vigilance. Perfect. And Invis. Let's go. Very nice. Very nice. Let's also turn some of the camp stuff we have right now into money. While we are at it. This, these, yeah, and just like this, we are good. And then we're off to fight Nier. Nier has always been just such a weak enemy.
Will be clear. No point in lingering now I've got the noble stock.
Well, to be fair, I do use the Duergar against him, but still. Even if you go one against him, he's very weak.
Have I got everything?
Grimforge. Do we need anything from him? I don't think we do. But he still gives a parasite and free XP.
One spark and it'll blow.
Blast the thing to bits!
Deadlier than
Let's dip this. That. Make sure these guys don't go there. Throw this.
Blast the thing to bits! Beltron, can you hear me? Beltron!
And the question is, what kind of elixir do we want? Oh wait. I forgot. I didn't even... Oh, you know what? Let's just side with Nier. Haven't done that in a while. Because I completely forgot to talk to the Ada. Wait, what? Huh? What? What? Uh, that's a first. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I assume it's because of the gnome, but that is very annoying. This is gonna be pretty tough. And I don't even have aid applied. Alright. One after the other. The classic mid-combat mid-combat buff session. I'm gonna be done in about 3 to 5 business days, don't worry. Because I was expecting to be able to buff up just before the fight starts, but that's not happening, I guess. So I'm gonna force them to watch me buff up. Oh wow. Oh, I have Bloodlust, right. Honestly, in this case, I would like to get a lot of value from throwing them. So using Hill Giant here is for sure the play. It's sad that I have to override the Bloodlust. You know what? Come here. We need a distraction. What are they doing? They're fighting the gnomes. No! Don't fight the gnomes. This is so scuffed. They entered combat with the gnomes. I think, at least. Wait, actually no, the gnomes are just on my side now. Alright. So the guy that started all of this is now on my side. Perfect. This fight is a mess. I mean, the ogres are gonna lose for sure. The draggers easily overpower them, but we'll see just by how much. Damn, that is not accurate. I can guarantee you. There's no way that's accurate. Let's please give me the angle. Oh, there we go. I don't think he has anything that... What is his athletics like? I guess he's proficient in strength, okay. That makes a bit more sense. Oh, okay. Ah, no, okay, it's accurate, it's accurate. For some reason, Nia is muscular. I've never really noticed that, but I guess it makes him extremely resistant to being shoved. Why is... he's a bard. Why is he muscular? What? What's going on here? Yeah, the gnome... it's gonna be pretty annoying. And now the other gnome is an actual enemy. This fight is the epitome of scuffed. Oh wait, no, this guy's also an enemy now. I thought he was mind mastered. And currently I am losing for sure. This is a dangerous situation I'm in. I do not like. I will probably have to invis out at some point because this is pretty dangerous. I don't like this one bit. But we'll see. Well, first and foremost, using this can't hurt. And I mean, both of these have extra attacks, so tanking one attack each is probably better than having to tank multiple. Even though this is pretty costly, this one jump. But both missed, so it doesn't matter anyway. Perfect. Okay. Looking a bit better now. But still very much dangerous. But thanks to our pretty decent AoE, if they bundle themselves up on this area, we should be able to... Alright, this doesn't have a spell level. I don't know. Did they change the UI? Oh, they did. Wow. Yeah, that's different. Don't throw at me. You fuck. Yeah, these guys will not last long at all. I need to find some solution quickly. Or else I would just die. And dying is bad. In case you need it. My expert take on this subject matter. Well, really, like the main problems are just the Duergar or the gnomes at near. Oh, just whatever. But this was not the way I thought this fight would go. First of all, I mean, this also hits the guy, but whatever. Perfect. This is... Oh, I'm gonna get shoved down here, am I? Yeah, this is tough. I am for sure gonna get shoved down there. Maybe even drinking a featherfall would have been smarter. Nice. Okay, they go for this guy first. Makes sense. Awesome, so now I officially have no allies left. Which, you know, tends to be a bad thing. I mean, as long as I don't overcommit, I should be able to invis out. So we're not entirely fucked here. But it's still a very annoying situation to be in. I wonder, do I have any scrolls that will really change this up? Not really. I mean, I have a few slight AoE ones, but nothing game changing for this scenario here. Yeah, this damage is pitiful compared to the health pulse. Not even close to idea. And then again, closing this distance is also very annoying because I have to say go the same distance back. turns? Okay, they're not that many turns on their large. At least that's nice. This is gonna be a pretty long fight, I'd assume, because I don't have any burst damage left. I also have to be careful to not go too far back here to not aggro these guys, because if I aggro this guy, it is game over. This guy is a trader, so he can use all of his scrolls, and that's just done. So I have to be really careful here not to do that. Once I'm out of Spirit Guardians, or if I see a good opportunity to do it, I'll probably use also Fly, so I can kite them around easier. Especially in a place as vertical as this, and with so many melee fighters, having Fly is for sure a massive advantage. So I'm debating even using it right now to just escape, and then chip them from a distance. But then again, there's a huge chance these archers all have an arrow of Roaring Thunder. Those are the ones that push you back. So if I fly and, for example, go on a high ground, they will shoot it at me. So if I fail the strength save, which, granted, I'm not very likely to fail, but there's a possibility, then I could possibly land in a chasm or just take huge chunks of fall damage. So even using fly is quite the risky maneuver here. I'm gonna use a level 1 spell slot on this guy, and oh, that's a 2, right? Yeah. Ah, that's too bad. Rolling a 2 there is devastating. Let's go right here. It's worth the op attack, just for the line of sight cancel for archers. Yeah, this was definitely worth it. Cancelling the line of sight here makes them kinda confused. Especially, I think a great way to imagine AI in Baldur's Gate, or like the enemy AI, is it's basically of always fighting a hive mind combined of all the different enemies. So they're not thinking individually, they're thinking they have this huge bank of resources, and which resources, aka persons or enemies, do we allocate for what purpose? That's how enemies work together, because essentially it's just one big hive mind. And if the enemy thinks, okay, that guy will already handle that problem, they would just won't do anything, and that's when you get these arrest them or you won't get away with this, these kind of lines above their heads, because they don't do anything on their turn because they think or know that someone else is gonna do something that they would do anyway. And you can easily exploit this by having them like not do very much on their turns, if that makes sense. And that's essentially what I'm doing right here. I'm basically telling the entire crowd, these guys can handle me easily, so these guys just don't have to do much. which is a neat way to approach combat like this, especially if you're outnumbered. However, that doesn't change the fact that I'm still in very high danger, and will likely die if I don't do something very smart. Let's see if we can maybe proc Kai the Weak on these guys. Nice. At least one of them is now down. That is huge, and we will take that as a temporary win. Now, again, closing that distance is very risky. Okay, this guy, both of these will lose their enlarge on their turn. So it's not actually as risky as it may seem to just stay like this. We can, however, prep ourselves by drinking a potion of Featherfall. We will take a lot of damage this turn, and it's half planned, half just pray and hope this works. Interesting. Oh, the reduced movement speed really messes with them. Oh, that was such a stupid turn. Oh, that's so huge. Because Spirit Guardian halves their movement speed, so apparently this guy just thought, I need that. Dude, these guys are extra stupid today. Damn. It's almost applaudable how genuinely stupid these guys act right now. That's insane, dude. I take it, I guess. That's just a free turn right there. But that was mind-bogglingly stupid. Holy shit. Yet the problem remains, but I would take any temporary win I can get. Okay, this is just a fake chasm, I guess. I can't put them in there. Moving slightly forward will eliminate her. No, because she already took the damage. I see. She already took that massive chunk. Makes sense. These guys all have very weak opportunity attacks, so it's worth the damage on them to stay here. Like, generally for both of these goals, being in media range is actually beneficial for me. Simply because they are very weak in melee. He has very bad attack rolls, and he is obviously just a caster, so. However, I'm gonna try to eliminate him. Just for the purpose of removing any annoying psychic damage coming my way. I'm actually hoping for them to push me down here. It's very tempting, but I have Featherfall, so I won't take damage, and this will provide a better situation for me, because these guys can reach me then. Again, this is this kind of scenario where she thinks, or like this part of the quote-unquote hive mind thinks, okay, others will handle this, so I don't need to. Which is just extremely exploitable. She got wrecked, holy shit. Yeah, these guys are for sure the main issue right now. The main melee damage dealers have been dealt with, but these will hurt a lot if they hit me. So I have to make sure that these guys die soon. Nia of all people is not that big of a threat. He's more just like a background noise, if anything. But these guys, for sure dangerous and need to be dealt with ASAP. Nice, and she is already pretty low, so let's... actually, I can't reach them with inflict wounds, so we'll go double cantrip here. Nice, that's the dual cast right there. Very useful. Okay. Fantastic. And now we have since these guys died to Kai the Weak, we can actually use their corpses for corpse explosion. Dealing damage to Nier, but not to these guys because they're not in range. Which means we won't do it because Nier is not our priority target. Not even close. He is way too weak for that. We need to eliminate her. Now this is pretty bad as an attack roll. But I don't think we really have an option. We need to make sure she dies. So let's hope this hits. No, it doesn't. Well, can't have everything, I guess. Let's just buff up again and pray for the best. Yeah, luckily due to our how we started combat with the delayed turn, all of these guys had their enlarged pretty much reduced to nothing, and the enlarge is really what makes them dangerous. It's an additional 1d4 to their damage, so once they don't have it anymore, it's great. Because their enlarge is not actually a spell, it's just their passive. Of... goddammit. It's just the passive that, racial passive I mean, that allows them to cast it once per long rest. Yeah, we try again. Let's go. Threat eliminated. Now, even though she hasn't done anything so far, this one is actually our next biggest threat. And I'm not gonna tank the next up attack just because it's not worth it. But since now the other archers are dead, she is way more likely to actually act. Or not. She just gave up, I guess. But in theory, she would be the most likely to act. Because now all the archer value is gone. Also, this woman is still somewhere. I don't know where. I guess over there. She just skips her turn. She is pretty annoying because she can cast magic missile, but our armor reduces damage, so it's not that devastating. That said, let's go kill this guy, make sure he dies, and then threaten her. Hopefully getting a good up attack. Oh, I broke my own concentration. But at this point, I got so much value from that one cast, it doesn't matter too much. And at least I can now use my concentration for Shield of Faith, which is also arguably more better in this scenario. Let's get more armor class. And yeah, I can tank Nia's opportunity attack. This is way more valuable. Is there any corpse here? No? Then I'm just gonna make one. Never mind. I had such a cool line and it just didn't work out. Okay, but really at this point with Shield of Faith active my armor class is so high that they don't hit me at all. Let me make a fresh near corpse. And cast Sanctuary so I can safely walk out of here. But I should stay close enough so that they don't go away from this corpse. Damn, she just took the opportunity. Wow. Corpse explosion doesn't destroy loot, I hope. That'd be kinda bad. And just for the sake of it, I'm also gonna explode this one. Because I can. And it's funny. Boom. Get destroyed. We shall continue this way and hopefully, yep, get in threat range for her. And I guess I never ended up needing the Featherfall, but better be safe than sorry. Very nice. And now it's just this one left. And she is somewhere down here, skipping her turn constantly. Now she acts interesting. Oppa. Ooh, 50%. That's not great. Let's bone chill her instead. Oh, nice,
There's
dude.
an illicit parasite in that corpse. You should
Huge
take a
chunk
look.
of damage. Alright. And we get 1000 coins for our efforts. Very nice. Yeah, that fight started pretty scary, but with some strategy and a huge factor of luck, it wasn't too bad. Because in this game, getting lucky is half the game. The other half is praying. And since we actually do need money in this run, let's make sure we get some valuables here. Right. Awesome.
What's hiding here?
Get our gold back. And honestly, at this point, she can die too. You know what? At least for all my efforts, these guys should have survived. Or like whoever he kills. Maybe actually maybe this is the one he kills. I don't know, to be honest. But you shall suffer 1,000 deaths in the lava. Fuck you. Because those stupid gnomes are the reason I got into this in the first place. Now the question is, will this guy be permanently hostile?
Better be cautious. Wonder if
The stonemason. Ooh, they just left. Okay, I see.
don't waste a step.
I triggered the immediate Though, to be honest, if this guy survived and wasn't hostile, I wouldn't have killed him. He's way too nice. The stonemason. Yeah, but it looks like the fight immediately triggered the leave of the Duergar. Which, you know what, I don't mind. I have had my fair share of fights. So let's go to Mountain Pass, I guess. For this, we do still need our Mask of the Shapeshifter one last time. Because I do not know why Myth fights the Gith Patrol always. I think it's so stupid to fight them. Myth being Mythica Edge, a friend of mine. In case you are unaware. But he always fights them on their runs, and he loses like half his runs to them. And I don't get why you would even fight them. They are so dangerous.
Seems almost too big to take flight. What's he doing?
Especially because, like,
Hold up before they
with other
start
fights,
getting
there's like a
repression.
DC 20 to skip the fights, but this fight is so easy to skip, so there's no reason to fight them really.
Got more. I doubt a fight again.
Yeah, she can live, I don't care. Yeah, they have Hold Person, but also Sarth Baretha, like the Greatsword lady from those, she can deal like 50 damage per turn. It's disgusting how high her damage is. And it's stupid to fight them, honestly. Like, there's no reason they don't give anything special if you fight them. Except for the Slate, I guess, if you're playing Lizard's Quest. Corpse 2 damaged. This is a perfectly fine corpse. How is this 2 damaged? What? Look at this premium corpse being apparently 2 damaged. What kind of pristine corpses do they want? What? Whatever. Actually, I don't think she's gonna mind if I pick this up. This is a drow, so she doesn't care. So if I just drop this guy... Oh, that's too far. Ah, you know what, I don't even need to be in turn vest right now. Let me just go right behind her. And drop this guy. Yeah, that should be fine. And now... Bada bing. Bada boom. Imagine being sad about your friend dying and then just some idiot comes along and blows him up. Maybe I am the bad guy. It's like that meme. Are we the baddies? I know, it's an old meme. Let's go talk to some Gith.
Drop your...
No.
Our queen.
Facing that loss would be...
No, it won't be suicide. Let's get this going. Where is it? There it is. What else do we need? Just guidance. Yeah, this is all we need.
You are Explain yourself, Vinisk.
Nice.
You attune your mind to it.
Alright.
Yeah, what I've learned with corpse explosion is that any corpse that has been killed by elemental damage, be it fire, necrotic, or those kinds, That just don't. That is auto damaged, which is extremely annoying since my entire damage is basically necrotic. So every corpse I kill myself is essentially worthless, which is yeah, quite annoying. It's a bit of an oversight. Hey there. Yeah, but we're pretty much ready for Mountain Pass. Nothing I can think of that we would want to do. Except for Ethel, but I always do her later. Just because, you know, she's dangerous and stuff. In fact, very dangerous. Also, let me... no glitches I found so far. The only glitches I have found are glitches that heavily
Another step forward.
make the game much harder. So every glitch I have found so far nearly killed me. So yeah, plenty of glitches found, none of them are good. Hello, Lady Esther. If I remember correctly, her stuff is extremely expensive.
Oh, honestly, this.
Let's see if I can get the money from her.
Well, yeah. You'll be well compensated.
Probably not, but
we
we could try.
An egg.
Ah. God damn it.
I'm afraid. What news
We can
of
trade
our
either way.
Very well. But I'll make note of how much time you waste trawling through.
Yeah, I am very certain that they will find ways to glitch traders again. Not only am I certain, I also hope they do, because I do need trader glitches for my runs. Okay, this is obviously a great amulet. Always use this one. But all these are kinda meh. Don't need any of them. Though Hoppy is kinda unique, so maybe I... Nah, the mace is cooler. I prefer the mace. Let's go Invis. That's probably pretty nice. And with the amount of money she has, we can also go to camp and sell her all of our leftovers from the Duergar fight. Oh, didn't want to pick that up. Just open it. Let's sort of this. All of this can go in here. Then all of this should be fine, and this stuff as well. Should be at least some decent money. Yeah, like, I don't see a reason not to use trader glitches on solo. I need the potions, I need the gear. There's no reason for me to go around and collect all this stuff I've collected many times before. Just makes the entire procedure much easier.
What news of our
There's no point in trying to appease some odd druids, but just restricting yourself heavily. It's not even just about being bad, really. It's just about not having the time to make every playthrough take hours. Also, they specifically said in the patch notes that they fixed all the bad elevator glitches. So I want to try this on this one. If I die to this, it's Larian's fault. I am using Loviata's Scourge. You get it from Abdirak in the Goblin camp if you kill him. I haven't died to this specific elevator, but I have died to plenty others. But they said they fixed the glitch, so... Nah, surely entirely safe. Yeah, I mean, if they say it specifically in the patch notes, I trust them. That's a lie, I don't, but still. I don't think I'm gonna bother with attacking the Gith here. I don't feel safe attacking them. But before we do anything, we should long rest for sure. Oh, they did? I might actually start using them then. I do not know, but the way I used Arsonist's Oil isn't a glitch in my build guide. It's just using the way Arsonist's Oil works. The only glitch in my build guide is the permanent flame blade. Everything else is glitch free. And I guess the crater flash. The one thing they did fix is the crater flash applying multiple times per hit. So now the crater flash is essentially just as good as Helder's gloves for my fire paladin build. Which is slightly annoying, but what can you do? It's still a pretty busted build. Yeah, I mean, if you're playing on anything but Honor mode, you're gonna have no problem using Crater Flash. It's just for Honor mode that all the damage riders got nerfed. The reason why Crater Flash was so good is because it was one of the few that didn't get nerfed, but now it's just like the others. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother fighting the Gith. There's nothing to gain here. These two, I mean. I'm obviously gonna fight them later on, but not right now. Yep, the gloves. Essentially, like, how they used to work is just apply multiple times on other damage riders and then just apply more damage riders, and it's like a chain reaction of more damage riders, essentially resulting in like a huge chunk of damage. But that's not the case anymore. They don't do that anymore. But they still apply some damage, so they're not useless. Just not as busted as they used to be. Also, my... I'm not even using an elixir right now. Let's use this one.
Quiet. Move with care.
Yeah, these guys are gonna get Spirit Guardian. I wonder, can I stealth in here. Just kill this guy. Hey, look at that.
Friendly looking shadow. A knife in the dark.
Assassin's Creed gameplay. And now... Yeah, this... actually... I think... How I interpret the change they made is that they still apply once, and that the dollar buff is applied also once. Or they don't apply multiple times per hit. Or they apply multiple times per hit, but they don't get the dollar buff. And honestly, I couldn't tell you which one would be better. I would have to do some testing myself. The only thing I'm going off right now is just stuff I read in the patch notes. Nothing concrete I've tested myself. So take everything I say about it right now with a grain of salt. I would have to do the testing myself. Or get it from like an actual tested source. Let's cast Spirit Guardians.
Don't waste a step.
Huge. Target out of sight. Okay. Let's kill these two. Nice, level up. And this guy. Alright. Now we get the thing why Death Cleric is such a cool class. This perfectly balanced feature. Look at this. Beautiful. Also, more resources. Fantastic. What do we prepare? I guess Daylight is huge for Act 2. Speaking of Act 2, I do need to go back and go kill Gandrel. I don't think I'm gonna bother with the kobolds and the barrels just yet. Is this enough? No. I don't have enough strength. Whatever. I can go the long way. The build right now is just mostly... well, if you want to call it a build. It's mostly just using our necrotic damage spells, while the target is either hold person or with Luck of the Far Realms to guarantee the crit. Then obviously Spirit Guardians for crowd control. And these two, since we can cast 2 of them, if we want to save resources, I cast these 2 cantrips. Then of course we also have Glyph of Warding for all the elemental weaknesses people may have. And as for the items, we have the mace from the Abdirok in the Goblin Camp, just for some on-theme necrotic damage. Korga's Amulet for extra poison damage. And then just the armor from Grimforge, Minthara's boots, and the Shadespell Circlet. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just your classic early game setup. Nothing too specific yet, mostly just items that are good in general. But I'm for sure gonna change that soon with all the Act 2 items. But for right now, pretty simple stuff.
Let's see.
Even though I'm not gonna upload this run as like an entire, like I do with the other ones, where I also upload the gameplay from the acts, I'm still gonna make a final build guide. So if you're curious on how to build like a Death Cleric properly, you can just check that out whenever it releases. I think I damaged myself more than the barricade with that. Also, am I not? Oh! Oh! Okay, I see what's going on. I bypass my own resistance. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, we're not gonna use this anymore. So this is a big no-no when you reach level 6. It's like using heat on fire sorcerers.
Artifact of feeling stirs.
You just bypass your own resistance.
Uncertainty.
That's mean.
Your curiosity is getting the better of you. Do not let it. Stay away from the Githyanki. They're hunting you.
Okay.
They want the artifact.
2 inspiration.
They'll stop at nothing to take it from you.
That one later.
I'm not gonna do any major fights before I get my other weapon. And for the one fight that I do, you'll see. I have a plan. It's gonna be a bit of a surprise, I guess. Even though I talked about it earlier in the stream. Let me. Do I have? I guess I can get guidance. I hope I passed this check, because if I don't, I'm kinda cooked. Because these guys will probably kill me before I even get a turn. Actually, no, I have vigilance. It is fine.
Sentries to up. Report.
Wait, what? What? Am I being stupid here? What? Why did I not have to pass? What? Huh?
I heard they're making us join the patrol.
Why did it not roll the check for me and just gave me this? I don't get it. Usually you have to pass the intimidation check.
Ugh, I'd heard this plane was
That is
fine.
interesting.
You're on your way then.
Yeah, I get I showed them the artifact, but I don't know why I did that
Back for more.
without choosing it. Usually you have the option to do that or just intimidate them. That is so weird. Okay, from her... I mean, she's still a good source for arrows, just not as cheap, I guess. Ooh, these are pretty nice, obviously. I would love to have these. But they are also pretty expensive. That's a tragedy, really. I know they fixed the advantage on it, but I'm not gonna use it on this one just because it's such a popular knife. I want to, whenever I have the chance to not use it, I don't want to use it. But I know they fixed the advantage on it, which is nice for sure. What I do want from her are these two items, the Vital Conduit boots and Gloves of Dex. But that's pricey and I don't have money right now. Let me see, do I have anything else to say? Probably not. No, not really. Let's go kill the doctor, I guess, and then see what we have in there. The knife, okay. The Knife of the Undermountain King and the Shadow Blade, the spell variant, used to, they say they give advantage against lightly or heavily obscure targets. But they just don't do that. So now they just do it. It's pretty simple. Now you actually get advantage against those targets.
There's a parasite nearby.
Let's...
You should take a closer look.
I mean, she has healing spells, so this is actually useful against her. Oh, damn. Okay. Got the crit. And we... Don't counterspell me. How dare you? Yep, it's just... It's technically just normal, but it's also buffed. Kinda. This is sick. This is OG photo mode. Waiting for your reaction to proc and then seeing this. I haven't even checked out photo mode. How do you even access photo mode? I didn't even check. How to photo mode? F9. Oh, F9 is also my it's also my start recording key. I have to change that then. Okay, I have to check that out of off stream because I'm gonna use it for thumbnails for sure. Don't counterspell me, please. That is annoying. Okay, but you are level 5, so you're out of spell slots. Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. Dude, please just die. How do you hit that? Die! Oh, I'm poisoned, I guess. Take this. Ah, I mean, that was to be expected. I manage my spell slots by using them and then long resting. I am not a big fan of restraining myself on caster gameplay just in fear of having to long rest. Because casters are made for spectacular damage. So I don't see a reason to not go for this kind of damage. Though, in all fairness, Death Cleric is probably one of the more resource efficient classes because of the double cantrip. Okay, she's officially out of spell slots. Come on, give me that one. I don't even care. There we go. Took a while. I am also entirely out of healing.
Parasite, brimming with
I think I'm gonna
magic.
have to do some
Take it.
pickpocket shenanigans. What do we even go for? I guess Repulsor's kinda nice. And ability drain. All right. Okay.
The device is struck. You feel your parasite stir.
Let's get brain blasted.
Your body grows cold and spawns sapped by the cold layers of magic weave themselves. Your skull groans and bends under the pressure.
Nice.
Agony. Through the device, you feel yourself ebbing away, while the parasite only grows stronger.
Nice.
The device, the
No more.
Nice.
You pour yourself into the tadpole's putrid magic. The two fall. The room.
Incredible. Your parasite is
Death Strike
even
is
stronger.
interesting because it does give you these. Because before you would have to go for Cleric one level and then the rest in some other casters to make certain spells work, but this just has the single focus of making necrotic damage good, and it just works very well doing that. So if you're looking for a class that just has extremely high damage numbers with just necrotic damage, this is your class. This is perfect. It's not, even though like poison is also on theme, it's not the best for poison. Obviously because Draconic Sorcerer exists, but if you just want high necrotic damage, this is the best choice you have. So yeah, I do like it very much, because it's one of my favorite themes a class can have. Also, I forgot to loot the stuff here. She doesn't even have anything. Let me take these and send these away.
Seems simple enough.
Let's also go to the Emperor, because his room has so much loot. It's very easy to get some more. Yes, yes.
And no, no.
Yes.
Go. The Inquisitor awaits. Follow the corridor.
What do you mean by that? Do you mean how the spellcasting ability works? Because if you have, for example, let's say a build that for some reason uses 6 levels into Cleric and 6 levels into Wizard, your spellcasting ability is determined by whatever spells those... okay, I need to collect my words here. If you get, for example, command drop from Cleric levels, then that command drop will have your Wisdom as your spellcasting modifier. If you get Poison Ray from Wizard levels, that Poison Ray will have your Intelligence as a spellcasting modifier. Depending on where you get the spell, that determines which stat you use for it. If that answers your question, because I'm not quite sure if I understood your question right. And then you also have your spellcasting ability for items, or for granted conditions. Okay, now I'm gonna go even deeper. So, your spellcasting ability for items is always the one from the latest spellcasting type class you've chosen. So if you go 6 levels into Cleric, and then 1 into Wizard, and you cast a spell that's directly coming from an item, that spell will use your Intelligence because your last level was into Wizard. Same goes for granted conditions. Now you see, Vampiric Touch right here is a Cleric spell, for sure. However, it also gives me the condition Vampiric Touch, allowing me to recast the spell without costing a spell slot. Now this first cast, if I had that same setup of 6 Cleric and 1 Wizard, would use my Wisdom, because it's a Cleric spell. But this then later granted condition will use my Intelligence as a spellcasting modifier, because it's not dependent on my Cleric spell anymore, instead a unique and standalone condition. And all condition and item spells always choose your latest spellcasting modifier from your latest class level. So it can get more complicated than that, but that's the base of it. So generally when multiclassing, it's just always better to have classes that have the same modifier anyway. So for example, a Warlock and Sorcerer, pretty simple, both use Charisma, so you can't make mistakes. So unless you know exactly what you're doing, I would always recommend just going with the same modifier.
The statue starts to rotate, but its rusty mechanism jams stuck.
Nearly had it.
Ah, sturdy. Do I have any grease? No, I don't. Ah, whatever, I can just walk out.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Don't need the Lathander place to fast travel.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, no, I know you can damage the statue, but I don't have the means to damage it through sturdy. I don't have deal 10 damage. Because it's immune to necrotic. And I don't want to use any spell slots on it. No, I can just walk out, it's fine. The only reason I would have wanted to go there is because I can fast travel from that area. Yeah, you can also throw grease on it. Like, there are plenty of ways to do it. Let me go to the trader now, because that's the whole reason I even went to the Emperor.
Something's on my mind.
Back for more?
Let's trade. Yeah, let me sell this, this. Our goal is like 3k hopefully at some point. Because that's how much these 2 items cost that I want from this lady. But I do not think we're gonna get close to that. This is usually a pretty good thing, but we don't deal any of these damage types. So we can just sell it. Yeah, we're not even close to where we want to be, but for now we just want these. Nice. Okay. Let's also make sure to dye them. Oh boy, my phone ran out of power for somehow. I guess it just used up more power than my PC gave it back. So now reading chat has become annoying again. But honestly, we are about to approach Act 2 anyway. What I'm gonna do is next time we're gonna get the Blood of Lathander. Actually no, one last thing we can do, just as a to close up this play session. We can go kill Gandre the Monster Hunter, and then next time we will use his weapon, and I'm gonna show you the cool interaction it has with Destroy Undead. We can go kill the shadows that block Last Light, and then get all the items there, and then go kill Ethel, the Inquisitor, all of Act 2. Well, maybe not all of Act 2, is quite a lot, but we'll see how far we come. But all that's gonna be next time. For now we're just gonna kill this one guy, and then I think I'm gonna end it for now. Because reading chat without the phone is annoying, and I've been playing for a while now.
Never wanted the easy path.
Let's check his... Yeah, he has guaranteed crits. Extra attack. And up attack immunity. But he does not have alert. How about hold person on him? 50%? Say less. Ah! God damn it. Dude. He is zooming. Holy shit. How about hold person again? Aha!
Alright.
Please don't save. No! I am devastated. However... No! How dare he? Yeah, we have to do those. How dare you? What did he just do? Whoa! Did he just try to lower his own HP because he gets bonuses at lower HP? That is insanity. The AI in this game will never cease to surprise me. Never. Now if this lands, he will immediately stop concentrating. But it doesn't land, so he didn't stop concentrating. Please don't kill me.
Must be on my way.
Alright. Putting all of this. Why is it so bad all of a sudden? Also, why do I have no healing? Let's go! Huge! And that is Gundred's Aspiration. So as a little bit of a teaser for tomorrow, which is when I'm gonna stream next, this weapon skill lets you apply Turn Undead. And Turn Undead is obviously the Cleric feature, but Clerics also have the passive Destroy Undead, dealing 4d6 radiant damage to anyone you turn. So what this essentially does is, if you're fighting an undead enemy that can be turned, you get 4d6 radiant damage on each of your shots. For one turn, but if you use an arrow of many targets, that's pretty huge. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna showcase this neat little trick. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this Act 1 adventure. It's been my first time streaming, and honestly it's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do it again tomorrow. But until then, I see all of you. Goodbye.